So this is near City Park, and you can really see a lot of beautiful old Spanish oaks, especially as we get closer to City Park. So overpasses like this one, where the road dips down pretty extreme, and some of them are worse than this, have a high tendency of flooding when it rains too much. So we're about 30 minutes away from where we live. Um, in Louisiana, things are pretty spread out, and there isn't necessarily a lot of great public transit from one town to another. So I hope you have a car because it's a lot of driving. And they added this bike lane recently, and while it makes driving a little bit confusing, I really appreciate it because I do think it helps bicyclists. So City Park in New Orleans is this huge park. I mean, it's got almost everything, including an amusement park, which once COVID is more behind us and it's safer to go out and do things like that, I would love to go visit, because I haven't been there in decades. But I've gone for Christmas in the Oaks, so that's a lie. But I haven't gone not during Christmas in decades. And you guys see all these huge, beautiful trees. These are all Spanish oaks. And once we get inside the botanical gardens, you guys will see even more of them. And many of these are several hundred years old. It's really, just really impressive how long they live and how beautiful they are. I mean, it's not the redwoods, but it's still pretty dang cool. Okay, so that is the sculpture garden by Noma, I believe. And then this is one of the side entrances for the botanical garden, except it's one of the locked side entrances, so we got to go around a little bit. But it's such an absolutely beautiful day. It's no hardship to go around. So over in this direction is all the pavilions and the big lawns and Cafe Du Monde. And then that peachy building up there is the entrance. My husband's so cute, I have to show him off.
What's the pink balloons?
I have no idea. Could be a sculpture like glass. Oh my goodness! They're doing this. There's stuff going on at Storybook Land next door. Oh, it's not balloons. It looks like a big old rock candy.
Yep.
So this time, I wanted to start out with the garden. Look at the wisteria! Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, I was gonna say, even in March, there's stuff going on. Because they've got, in this like Swiss chard over here, or rainbow chard, and lettuce. Oh, and look at Brussels sprouts. Look how big they get. And then bell peppers back there, and lettuces with the red lettuce. You know. Oh, look at the artichokes. Sorry, I know that's super dorky, but that's cool. It looks like they've got prickly pears going on the cactus. And I guess they're just waiting to replant all this. Like, these are going to be tomato plants, I think. You can tell from the little yellow flowers.
And also based on the guiding poles or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks empty now, but they're going to replant it. Oh, and they're building, I don't know what they're building, but they're building something.
I think terrace planters.
Oh, that would be a cool idea. Or a walkthrough, it looks like. But it could be a little A, a little B. Terrace planter walkthrough. The spiky boy?
Yeah.
I saw the big spiky boy. And then this is roped off, so we can't investigate it yet. Here you go, Joko. It's a door our size. Actually, you lift the roof, I guess, too. Do you think the sundial knows it's daylight savings? Because it says it's almost 2.
Yeah, it's a little off.
Somebody's got to reset that sundial.
Maybe they do just shine it a little bit during daylight. I meant the little one earlier.
The little one looked more like a potting shed. And also that family just went in there and it didn't look big enough to really... Which way you want to go? The living fossils or the tropical rainforest? Living fossils. Moss and ferns. They're looking quite nice today though. No, there was a lot of moss last time. It's fern time now. Very cute little ferns. I don't see their pet alligator gar either. It could have just gotten a little cold for moss. Joseph went to the moss garden in Kyoto and now he's a big moss fan. Oh, there's the gar. Very sedate. You can barely see it in the camera. You can just see his tail, but you can see him a little better in real life. The crocodile fern is cool. It's all scaly looking. There's a little bit of moss. I think it probably died back there in the winter a little bit and it just hasn't had a chance to.
Some of the plants are coming back too.
Yeah.
I saw it on 5 or 6 rocks.
It's here and there. Oh, the rainforest room is so pretty though with the orchids. I don't know. What's the sign say? Anything?
Green ice plant. More yellow than green.
More yellow than green. All the bromeliads.
These colors are more suggestive back there.
Oh. We've got some non-rainforest plants sneaking in. Those little purple lawn flowers that grow with the shamrock. I don't think those are, I think those are Louisiana plants. Oh, the butterfly pit, no thanks. Creeped out by butterflies.
Down or keep up the water?
I think it depends on what time of year you're in, honestly. It does look like a radiator. And for a rainforest room, that's super important because you've got all these like air plants and, ooh, that's pretty. With the bright orange. That's pretty too. Oh. You know, in Victorian England, orchids were a craze much like tulips were in Holland like a few centuries before. That's always, I mean, I love plants, but that's nuts to me, you know? Not just to spending lots of money on plants to import them, but to build these elaborate greenhouses and then climate control them in a time where air conditioning wasn't like it is now. So it was all like burning coal basically to warm these places up. So the cost was astronomical, and it was really a way to show your wealth, much like with the tulips.
Yep.
It's both cool and like mind-blowing because you also had this like really striking poverty. Yeah. Many water lilies, but just a few, and they're so pretty. And the tulips. You know, that's something really nice about Louisiana Botanical Gardens and Louisiana landscaping in general is year-round there's something beautiful to look at.
How many plants do you think this is?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I couldn't tell you. Multiple, I would think.
Probably.
But I couldn't really tell you. The roses aren't in bloom yet. So we'll have to, oh, okay, they've got some stuff going on. Like all these hedges have rose bushes. It is a hose, yeah. Oh, some of the roses are blooming, just not all of them.
Cool design for the bushes.
Butterfly garden. So I think during the summer it's probably like blooming. Booming and blooming. Oh no, I was making the pun. In bloom. Cheekwood's been trying to entice us back.
We have a carrot in bloom tail.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, especially because I do a lot of flower-related illustration. This is nice. I wonder what this is. It looks like a lot of native stuff, which is, I always like when gardens spend time showing off what's native, because there's a lot of really beautiful flora. Like this, whatever this is, I don't know what this is, but it's cool. You should. I like that. So this tree is actually still alive. And what happens with live oak trees is during storms when the ground gets really wet, sometimes they'll topple over and just continue life horizontally. Think about how many hundreds of years old this tree must be. How many generations of people must have sat on this to take a rest. After falling or after being so old?
Mostly after falling, but a little bit after being so old. I'm sure it damaged its root system pretty bad.
It probably does stress the tree out quite a bit, but
yep.
The fact that it
maybe
can...
if it fell slowly over like dozens of
I mean,
years
maybe that happens too. Maybe, because it's so many thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
And then when you've got leaves and stuff or acorns, it's even heavier.
Or in some regions, snow.
Snow, well, live oak, not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you were to have one up north with all those branches covered in snow, that'd be very heavy. I think covered in ferns is already a burden for some of them.
I consider it ferns. When someone has an expectation, you don't change it all of a sudden.
Joseph's complaining because I messed with his head regarding the swing.
It's a little bird house.
A little bitty bird, or a mouse house,
Yeah, it could be.
or a fairy house, or a Lilliputian house.
Could be.
Carrot in bloom. You know, when I have my own garden, I am going to build little outside doll houses and hide them. I think that's going to be so cute, huh?
That's right, sure.
Yep, I'm a big old dork.
You can get Chris to make you some.
Maybe. Maybe I'll learn how to make my own. They have kits for it.
The guy headless, or rather, why is he bodiless?
It's a bust. Not, well, a
I
head.
would not call that a bust.
It's a portrait. Oh, it's peaceful out here, though.
All the helicopters and trains.
I'm used to that, though. It's a beautiful day to be outside, just cool enough to be comfortable. I still don't know what those are. I've seen them in the kitchen garden too with the yellow and orange flowers, and I still don't know what they are. Apparently, those are called trailing violets. Now I know. No, well, I like them okay, but I prefer traditional, like, violets in the viola family.
Yeah.
Those are, we always called those shamrock flowers when I was a girl. Oh, okay, this area is connected to the kitchen garden. All right. Or it just hasn't come back yet.
No,
Look at the butterfly Japanese maple with those really delicate colored leaves.
seen them in animes.
Joseph's standard of excellence. I saw it in my Japanese anime. Oh, I guess that's called the train garden. Because the train's like right next to it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But it's really just nice being able to be outside and look at growing things. Being online all the time, I really start to forget what real life looks like. Oh, too many kiddos. With me. boy. That big old crawfish hole. That's a lobster, not a crawfish. Oh, of course.
That's something against them.
Nope.
It's not really a visual novel either, but it's more visual novel than adventure game, I guess.
Oh, they have some snowdrops. Way back here. Or maybe they're narcissus. They do have some daffodils way back there. Yeah, it's a shame they close at like 4:30. So, what is your favorite part of the botanical garden so far this visit?
I mean, similar to last time, I like the culinary section.
It's last time we came, things were blooming, but I kind of feel like more things are blooming this
There's
time.
definitely a lot more roses this
Yes,
time.
yeah,
right?
the roses were all like dead, but also the azaleas are in full bloom right now too. So,
Yeah.
it's a really pleasant day,
Mm-hmm.
not too cold, which I think if you live up north is probably not something you could say. Although we were going to Cheekwood this time of year as well.
Yeah. I wouldn't call Tennessee up north, though.
It's like midway up the country though.
Yeah.
I think we missed most of the camellias though, because I think these are all camellia bushes. So it's mostly just azaleas. But that fountain's nice.
Yeah. Did that last time with all the moss. I don't even think those kind of moss is any type of moss.
It's not. It's like a air plant. Oh, there's some camellias.
No, it's an air plant. But I mean, moss is an air plant as well.
No, it's not. It's a different. Oh, it's right in the middle. I can't actually get any photos of that pretty thing. No, they're different branches. Woohoo!
You're saying they're like not in the same phylum or something?
They're both historic plants, like ancient
Or
plants. Not
same
even plants.
order,
They're not
rather.
even
Probably in
plants.
the same phylum.
I'm sure all three botanists watching this video are like wanting to kill me. I'm sorry. Because my knowledge is very lacking. I'd like to know more.
Watching North on Days.
I do watch. He's not such a moss and lichen person.
He talks about it.
Sometimes, but Ugh, somebody's smoking.
Yeah. Sounds like it might be a cigar though.
Quite probably. It smells like a cigarette to me, but it's pretty back here though. Kind of like an iris garden almost.
Yeah.
Almost reminds me of some of the Japanese gardens with the way it's been like. Because what I like about Japanese gardens, yeah, is that they're terraced. You have multiple layers of plants. It's something. I'm such a brown thumb. I think I'll be happy if I can just like grow food plants.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing I want is to just let whatever naturally grows grow in certain sections designed to grow like
Oh, I'd like to
leafy greens.
throw some like native wildflowers out too. But yeah, an area where we're growing like leafy greens and bell peppers and strawberries, things like that. Not that I have any hope that will like feed our family, but I think it's really cool to be able to eat some of what you've grown yourself. And I think that's the sort of lessons I'd like. Yeah, I think those are sweet olives. They're so pretty. Like there's something very fulfilling about raising a plant and then being able to harvest the fruit and save the seeds and do it again. I can see why my grandfather was so into it. They are so hot pink. You want to talk about azaleas? My mom's the one that talks about them because she really likes them and she's got several different types. They smell nice. They sure do well here. I think they're like good color, but I'm not that attached to them. I think because I grew up seeing so many of them, to me they're kind of like filler flowers. Oh, there's some more camellias. But I really like hibiscus and hydrangeas. More camellias. Ooh, those are pretty. Oh, they're somebody dropped a mask. They're like cow camellias. Ooh, look at the irises, the bright yellow irises. They're a little far back. Do you remember the neighbors who had all those pretty irises in their yard in Nashville?
No, I remember lots of people had plenty of nice plants in their yard in Nashville.
Fair, yeah. What kind of bugged me? Ooh, these are neat because some of these have just one stripe. How cool is that? What kind of bugged me is that you had all these rich people who paid for landscaping and then they were allowed to compete in the best lawn competition, and I always thought that was unfair. Like, you're just paying to have the best lawn, which, yeah, you know, it does beautify the area, but it discourages people who are just doing it on their own.
Sure.
You know, oh, they're on the train, okay. It really, being able to just walk around in the sun though, even though we're wearing masks, it makes me really grateful that we can do this. Oh, here's some more with the, they're not as interesting to me as the ones that are like a hybrid and you get like the occasional pink petal, but they're still pretty. But they're more pink.
Yeah, they are more pink.
Not that there's anything wrong with being more pink.
Yeah, I'll do it. Pretty good.
Okay, there was like a sub garden. This is the rose garden, but there's a sub garden right here, I think.
Yeah, you said you wanted to do this now.
Yeah, which is good timing. No, this isn't it, I don't think. I remember it having more in bloom, and this is more ramshackle.
Right there.
Huh? No, it was the next one over. Maybe this connects. Yeah, it looks like it does. Maybe this is actually the native section. We should have taken the train ride. Maybe later, after we've gotten our vaccinations. That's a little close quarters.
Was there masks on this?
There were, and everybody took them off.
Yeah.
And I felt bad just taking mine off for a minute when it was just me and you. Speaking of pretty, though, this is pretty.
Yeah.
This is the wildlife habitat. Okay. So these should be natives.
Yeah. I didn't notice.
Native
I
friends.
don't know what a beautyberry is.
Look at these. I've never even...
Plants that I just see around.
Louisiana irises. They're not ready yet, but they will be. I guess we know where those are from Longview. We still need to go to Longview Gardens. The reason I didn't suggest it today, this connects. Okay, we were in here, so let's find that other garden. The reason I didn't suggest it today is I think they're not open on Sundays. A light fixture. Like maybe.
Oh, it's got wicks, so you put oil or something
Yeah.
in it? Gotcha.
Probably very. Or adds a little heat in the winter. Adds a little heat in the winter.
That makes sense.
I mean, remember when the electricity went out and we had like 20 candles? And I was like, ah! I'm trying to find that garden with the yellow flowers before it closes. Oh, how pretty.
Virginia willow in everyone's garden.
I don't know what this is, but it's pretty. Is this a sweet? It's a silver bell. No, but I think because a lot of stuff isn't blooming yet, I think it's worth saving it for our next visit when it'll be in bloom. Maybe. That's the nice thing about gardens, you know. Every time you visit, there's something new out. Something new is blooming or has beautiful foliage or... Yes. Remember because of the pinkish maple.
Yep.
Restrooms. Right here.
Okay.
Get them. Oh, look at the poppies. Oh, those roses smell so nice. To be fair, they would smell nicer without a mask, but that's okay. Oh, and the honeysuckle. This garden smells really pretty. Even through my mask, it smells really, really nice. Fresh. Which, did you see the lizard? Oh, there's the lavender. Joseph was asking earlier about the lavender, but it's not in bloom yet.
Yeah, it does smell very strongly over here.
It's nice, isn't it? It's the aromatic garden. Very lovely. I like the tiered planters as well. You can get a lot in a little space. And you can smell the mint and the bay. Oh, they have a Japanese garden, Joseph. Oh, look at those big roses. Oh, it's such a little garden, but it's a lovely little garden. All right, on to the Japanese gardens. That's something I do miss about Nashville, was they're a really nice Japanese garden. Although it was always under renovation. Smells good in here too. Oh, look, they've got a tea room. That's nice. Or they might say close at 4:30, but what they really mean is we're not letting any new guests in at 4:30.
Yeah, we probably got people at 5.
That makes sense. Or 5:30 even. Ooh, it's all succulents and cacti. That's to protect them from drying out.
And the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty.
I don't know. Yeah, we did good today.
In this direction.
No, I'm not that interested in the sculpture garden. We've seen it before. And there's just not a lot of plants in it.
If you want to hang out somewhere for a little while, we can. If you want to head out, we can.
Oh, I'd like to get some more photos of the wisteria. Oh, those are pea plants. Look how cute. Those little flowers. Very cute. Oh, how cute. Cute little pea pod. So in a lot of my shots, you see people not wearing masks. And I just want to point out, like, anytime I'm on camera, I'm wearing a mask. I think it's important to wear a mask when you're in public. I think it's disrespectful to opt not to wear a mask when you're going to be in an environment with lots of other people. And while we are outside, when we were in the greenhouse, we were close to people. When we were going through different gardens, we were close to people. There was a group of women, maybe a little younger than me, who kept passing us, who weren't wearing masks, and they came really close. So, like, I just want to say, like, just because you see other people not, doesn't mean Joseph and I aren't. We are. And I think it's important to point out that we're doing this not just to protect ourselves, but we have family members who have cancer, are older, have breathing problems. Like, you can hear me struggling to breathe. I'm wearing a mask. And I love them enough that even though I'm not going to be cute for TikTok or cute for YouTube, I'm trying to protect them. So I want to point that out because I don't want to make it normal. What'd you see? Oh, the dragonfly.
No, cat.
Where's the cat? Hello, friend. I can't even pick him up on camera. He's doing such a good job hiding. Hello, friend.
How you missed it?
I don't know either. You know I got cat vision.
Yeah,
Enjoying the beautiful day. I love black cats. My first cat was a black cat. Anyway, I just think it's important enough to point out because in these vlogs, sometimes when I'm at home, I'm not wearing a mask. But I do think it's important to tell you guys I think it's important, and that even if you're young and healthy and it's not a life risk to you, if there's anyone you love who might have asthma and you might not know they have asthma, or fibromyalgia and you might not know they have fibromyalgia, or diabetes and you might not know they have diabetes, or they're older, or they have cancer and they might not tell you they have cancer, because I've known people who like kept it a secret. They didn't want the attention. Just please wear a mask when you're in public. Come with me. Okay, so I think we're about ready to head out. We've seen almost everything today, except for the sculpture garden, which we saw last visit. It is a beautiful day to be outside and enjoy the flowering plants, and a lot of stuff is flowering, and we spotted a lucky black cat, so that's like an even better day. What was your favorite part of the garden?
You already asked that. The culinary section.
Okay, so didn't, like, going through the succulents didn't change your mind?
That was really cool. Maybe so.
Alright,
Yeah.
thank you. Yep.
Alright, we're heading out.
Okay, so your favorite part was still the culinary garden?
I don't know, the succulent slash cactus small greenhouse was really cool. Yeah, I guess I appreciated that more. I feel like I spent more time looking at the individual plants than that. And probably third favorite was the smelling
I did really like the smelling garden
olfactory
too.
garden. I
Yeah,
forget what it's called.
very peaceful.
Aromatic garden.
I
that's
like
it.
that they have a native plant section. I think when more stuff is in bloom, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I've seen so many of those plants already.
That's true.
And
Out,
I see
just
them on a
out.
regular basis.
Yeah, but it's nice having a name
Yeah.
to attach to
I knew many of their names.
Oh, well, I'm ready for I love the water lilies. So
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
looking forward to when the water lilies are back in bloom. But I do think, yeah, the olfactory garden was really pretty cool. I wish,
Called the aromatic.
I know, but I like the term olfactory garden. Anyway, it's what, $10 a person?
Yep.
But
Adult.
on Wednesdays, it's free to the public, and on Wednesdays, they're open till 8. So
For
I
the
think,
locals.
well, Louisiana locals, yeah. So if you're in the area, Wednesday is probably the day to come because they got longer hours and it's free admission. So it could be a good thing to bring your family to. Dangerous question, Joseph.
Yeah.
Beignets.
I mean, we had a bunch of sugar yesterday.
We did have a bunch of sugar yesterday.
Though, for sure.
So that's a beignet, not a beignet.
I don't. You just said the same thing.
Beignet
Oh, nay.
versus beignet.
Probably been nay.
Beignet. I'm gonna make a shirt that says beignets. Yay! It's a good day though.
Yep.
Beautiful day to be out too.
I'm definitely hungry though.
Oh, a snack, eh?
You know, I just want to get home and eat probably.
Twisted Joseph's arm into splitting an order of beignets with me because he's the best husband in the world. Y'all should be jealous. Best husband in the world. He's got a younger brother. Just saying. It's Cafe Du Monde. The lines are probably stupid.
Everyone on the sidewalk is probably walking towards it.
So we should walk faster.
Why would we go inside unless their outdoor ordering station is closed?
It is not, it's just long. Well, it's a beautiful day for it. Truly.
that was very delicious, but I think it's time to head home because Joseph is ready for some actual food and not just sugar donut food.